Pretrial hearing on July 14th, trial on August 10th. Joseph Duggar's case is heading to final battle, but what exactly will be decided at these two hearings? For months, the internet has been buzzing with whispers, leaked documents, and wild speculations about what is going on behind closed doors. We have been tracking every single motion, every quiet filing, and every rumor spilling out of the courthouse. The stakes have literally never been higher, and there is a very real possibility that everything we thought we knew about this situation is just the tip of the iceberg. Will Joseph's bond be canceled at this hearing? Will he be taken straight into custody before the trial even begins? We are about to dive into all the insider reports and exclusive theories that mainstream outlets are completely ignoring right now. Before we expose the shocking details, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to Jenny Expose for all the latest untold truths. You do not want to miss what we are uncovering today. Now let us get straight into the massive July 14th hearing agenda. Reports claim that prosecutors have been silently building a mountain of evidence that could completely flip the script on his current freedom. Insider sources suggest that the state is prepared to argue that Joseph is a severe flight risk, or worse, that he has been violating the strict, ironclad terms of his release. It's been said that investigators have been closely monitoring his every single move, and some exclusive theories point to a recent undisclosed incident that triggered this aggressive push to revoke his bond. Imagine walking into a pretrial hearing expecting a routine procedural update, only to find out the state is demanding you be locked up immediately. That is the chilling reality Joseph might be facing on July 14th. Reports claim that his legal team has been scrambling behind the scenes, working late into the night to draft emergency motions to counter this surprise attack. They know that if his bond gets canceled, his chances of properly preparing for the August 10th trial drop dramatically, as communicating with his defense from behind bars will be a nightmare. But that wasn't the whole story. What happened next with the defense's strategy would shock everyone. Rumors suggest that Joseph's legal team filed a desperate motion requesting unsupervised visits with his children, a move that left legal experts completely baffled. Why risk angering the judge with such an audacious request right before a crucial hearing? Insider reports claim that this wasn't just a blind legal maneuver, but a deeply personal ultimatum driven by immense pressure from within the family. It has been said that certain powerful family members threatened to pull their massive financial support for his defense unless he made a formal, public attempt to see the kids without supervision. The court, however, was having absolutely none of it. Whispers from courthouse insiders indicate the judge practically threw the motion out the moment it crossed their desk. Denying the request was a massive blow, and exclusive theories suggest the denial came with a stern warning about pushing the court's patience. The refusal to allow these visits paints a grim picture of how the judge currently views the severity of the accusations that surfaced. And the drama definitely doesn't stop there. There's been a lot of buzz online about what exactly was included in those sealed documents attached to the visitation request. Fans and legal analysts alike are speculating that the state presented secret behavioral evaluations or testimonies from key witnesses that completely destroyed any chance of unsupervised contact. Reports hint that an anonymous tipster, possibly someone very close to the family's inner circle, provided statements that made the court double down on its heavy restrictions. This mysterious tipster is rumored to have exposed private conversations that were never meant to see the light of day. If these rumors hold any truth, it means there is an active mole inside the Duggar camp, feeding information directly to the prosecution. This level of betrayal would explain why Joseph's camp has been looking so incredibly tense and paranoid lately. Everyone is looking over their shoulder, wondering who might be wearing a wire or taking screenshots of encrypted text messages. But what his team attempted to do next to plug the leaks would only make things so much worse. In an attempt to regain control of the narrative and plug these alleged leaks, the defense made a shockingly aggressive move that left legal analysts completely speechless. They filed a formal request to amend the strict no-contact order currently hanging over Joseph's head. On paper, the official legal filing claimed this amendment was simply for logistical reasons, meant to allow him to handle basic family affairs and property matters. But if you look closer at what is actually happening behind the scenes, a much darker picture starts to form. Insider reports claim this was never about property or mundane family business. Exclusive theories suggest the defense is absolutely terrified that certain key witnesses, people who were once firmly in Joseph's corner, are beginning to waver under the intense pressure of the impending trial. By loosening the no-contact order, even just a little bit, rumors suggest the goal was to allow intermediaries to legally reach out to these individuals. It has been said that the defense desperately needs to gauge loyalty before the July 14th pretrial hearing kicks off. The state, of course, saw right through this. Prosecutors immediately fired back with their own brutal response, and the details of their pushback are nothing short of explosive. Reports claim that prosecutors presented the judge with alarming new suspicions regarding how the Duggar camp operates off the grid. There has been a lot of buzz online about secret communications, with fans and legal trackers speculating that burner phones and encrypted messaging apps have been heavily utilized to bypass court restrictions. Here is what is being said in the deepest corners of the internet right now. Reports hint that an unidentified church member was recently caught attempting to pass a physical, handwritten note to a protected witness. If these rumors hold any truth, it means there is a highly coordinated underground effort to influence the outcome of the August 10th trial before a jury is even seated. You can imagine the judge's reaction to these exclusive theories being whispered in the courthouse hallways. It has been said that the gavel came down incredibly hard, completely denying the amendment and keeping the ironclad no-contact order perfectly intact. The risk of witness tampering was simply too massive to ignore. But that failed legal gamble was just the beginning of a much larger disaster for the defense team. Things took a massive turn when the topic of investigator depositions was finally brought to the table. For the past year, both the state and the defense have employed elite private investigators to dig up absolutely everything they could find. These investigators have been scouring financial records, interviewing distant acquaintances, and allegedly digging through digital footprints that most people assumed were permanently erased. Rumors suggest that the July 14th hearing will dedicate a massive chunk of time to reviewing what these investigators are allowed to actually say on the stand. And what happened next during the deposition review phase would shock everyone. Unverified insider reports claim that a private investigator working for the state uncovered a massive cache of deleted security footage from a property tied closely to the family. It has been said that this footage, which was supposedly wiped clean months ago, was recovered using advanced digital forensics. And the contents of those recovered files are rumored to be the exact reason the state is so confident heading into trial. There is wild speculation circulating that the defense team went into absolute panic mode when they realized the deleted footage had been restored. Legal trackers have noticed a flurry of sealed emergency motions filed in the dead of night, which many believe is a desperate attempt to get this digital evidence thrown out before the pretrial hearing even begins. Exclusive theories point to one specific deposition given by a cybersecurity expert that was so incredibly damaging, the defense threatened to claim prosecutorial misconduct just to get it suppressed. Fans are speculating that this recovered footage contradicts the core timeline the defense has been trying to build from day one. If the prosecution can prove that evidence was intentionally destroyed or hidden, the legal consequences would be catastrophic. We are not just talking about the primary accusations anymore. We are talking about serious obstruction charges that could send the entire defense strategy straight into a brick wall. And the state's aggressive posture indicates they know they hold all the winning cards. But the defense is not going down without a vicious fight. Reports claim they have brought in their own heavy-hitting investigators to counter the state's narrative, and their tactics are reportedly crossing into very gray territory. It has been said that Joseph's team is actively trying to dig up dirt on the prosecution's star witnesses, hoping to destroy their credibility during the August 10th trial. Rumors suggest they have been knocking on doors in the middle of the night, offering highly lucrative, undisclosed settlements to anyone willing to sign airtight non-disclosure agreements. This is where the exclusive theories get truly wild. A deeply buried internet rumor claims that a former employee of the family was offered a staggering amount of hush money to suddenly develop amnesia regarding specific dates and times. While this is entirely unverified, the mere fact that these whispers are dominating legal message boards shows just how incredibly toxic this upcoming pretrial hearing has become. The courthouse is turning into a battlefield, and both sides are actively loading their weapons. As July 14th inches closer, the tension is palpable. The judge presiding over the pretrial hearing has a notorious reputation for having zero tolerance for courtroom games, and insider sources claim the judge is already losing patience with the constant delays and sealed filings. It has been said that the upcoming agenda will include a mandatory face-to-face showdown between the lead investigators from both sides. Rumors suggest this won't just be a polite exchange of notes, but a brutal interrogation where the judge will personally demand to know exactly how certain pieces of evidence were acquired. If the state's private investigators overstepped their legal boundaries while recovering that alleged deleted footage, the defense might just find the miraculous loophole they have been praying for. But if the footage holds up in court, Joseph's fate might be sealed long before the August 10th trial even starts. And what the prosecution is secretly planning to reveal next is something absolutely no one saw coming. The secret the prosecution is allegedly holding back for the August 10th trial is rumored to be the absolute centerpiece of their entire strategy. As the July 14th pretrial dust settles, all eyes are shifting to the main event, and the expectations for the August trial are beyond unprecedented. We are looking at a legal showdown that could completely shatter everything the public thought they knew about this reality television empire. Insider reports claim that the state is not just planning to rely on digital forensics or recovered security footage. Instead, they are reportedly preparing to call a surprise 11th-hour witness to the stand. There has been a massive amount of buzz online about who this mystery person could possibly be, with fans and legal experts speculating that someone from deep inside the family's inner circle has quietly flipped. It has been said that this individual was offered a bulletproof immunity deal in exchange for testifying about what really happened behind closed doors. If these rumors hold any truth, the prosecution is setting up a theatrical courtroom climax designed to leave the defense completely paralyzed. Imagine the sheer shock of seeing a trusted family confidant walk through those courtroom doors, sit in the witness box, and point directly at Joseph. But that wasn't the whole story. The defense is reportedly well aware of this impending ambush, and what happened next would shock everyone following this case. Exclusive theories suggest that Joseph's legal team is preparing a scorched earth defense strategy for August 10th, one that involves dragging other high-profile individuals down into the mud to create reasonable doubt. Rumors suggest they are planning to argue a massive, highly coordinated setup, pointing the finger at disgruntled former associates and bitter rivals who allegedly conspired to frame him. It has been said that the defense's opening statements are currently being drafted to read less like a standard legal argument and more like a shocking Hollywood thriller. Unverified reports claim they intend to showcase encrypted emails and heavily redacted financial records that supposedly prove a grand conspiracy against the family. By throwing as much chaos and confusion into the courtroom as possible, the defense is hoping to overwhelm the jury. They do not need to prove his innocence perfectly. They just need to plant one single seed of doubt in the mind of a single juror. However, the state is heavily anticipating this smokescreen. Legal trackers are pointing out that the judge presiding over the August 10th trial is notoriously strict regarding courtroom theatrics. Whispers from the courthouse suggest that the judge has already issued stern preliminary warnings to both legal teams, demanding that they stick strictly to the verifiable facts. If the defense tries to turn the trial into a reality television spectacle, rumors suggest the judge is fully prepared to shut them down instantly, heavily fining the attorneys and striking their arguments from the record. There is also wild speculation that the jury selection process will be a nightmare of epic proportions. Reports hint that private investigators have been heavily vetting potential jurors, looking for any trace of bias, secret fan accounts, or hidden vendettas against the family network. It has been said that the prosecution is terrified of a stealth juror slipping through the cracks, someone who secretly supports the family and intends to hang the jury regardless of the evidence presented. Because of this massive risk, exclusive theories claim the jury might end up completely sequestered, cut off from the outside world, their phones, and their families for the entire duration of the trial. As we stare down the barrel of this August 10th trial date, the sheer gravity of what is at stake cannot be overstated. Joseph's entire fate, his freedom, and the lingering legacy of his family's empire all hang delicately in the balance. Every single motion filed on July 14th, every denied visitation request, and every desperate attempt to contact wavering witnesses has been leading to this exact moment. If the insider reports about recovered deleted footage and secret family moles turn out to be accurate, the prosecution is walking into that courtroom with an undeniable advantage. But if the defense can successfully execute their chaotic conspiracy narrative, we might just witness one of the most shocking acquittals in recent history. The psychological warfare happening behind the scenes is fascinating, terrifying, and completely unprecedented. This case goes so much deeper than just one man. It exposes the fragile, heavily guarded secrets of an empire built on public perception. The final countdown has officially begun, and when the gavel finally strikes in August, the shock